Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 52.
Now a play fake here on first down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. A first carry here for Kanegu. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one. And you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll set up a throw. They'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the ready. Field, flag 2. On the ball.
Back to throw here. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the fourth down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Trail 3.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Blaster 6. 5. 97. Ready.
From the gun, it's Lance. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. Touchdown! I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes a field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
His throw is going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Red cycle.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
6, red. Red, yellow, black, ultra. 6.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
These two teams all tied after one. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Black shot. Blue striker. Green jack.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 31. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And all the way in for the touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Express are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
On the double.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders, have intercepted.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They find some. There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell,
his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Express are able to move back in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more, but this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They go play action here on first down.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
To throw, it's Lance.
That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
And Lance now to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now Sam Sloman is on.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After hitting the field goal, now Sloman handling the kickoff duties. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Hey, cross field. Side, 97.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success. And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here in the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 119 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kene Nwangu with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Throwing on first down is Lance. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Field, black. Side blue. Trail green. Set.
Lance looking to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. Past the 20. And they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Lance now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Black shot. Blue striker. Ready?
Working from the gun, Lance. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Express have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On second down, here's Nwangu.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The third quarter now at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This pass complete to Melton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Another catch from Melton. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now a give running right, Nwangu.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Constant, sit. Red, cycle. Hey, check, make it.
2nd and 9 now. This is caught. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to run with Nwangu.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line.
He'll try again.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Kene Nwangu.
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Okay, ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Up past the 30, second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Hauled in on the out route by Melton.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or did they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And room there to work it inside the 25. 145 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Handoff right side to Nwangu. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle to Nwangu.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover. There's one more score, and this game's over.
Now a give running left is Nwangu.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Kene Nwangu
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. 20, 10, 5. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Lance looking to throw.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Here we go, set. Watch out now, 52.
On the give is Nwangu.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring.